The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
The Hallis Trophy and a date at the Super Bowl await one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touch. So we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Now running here with Jaden Blue. There's the intensity we expected in playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
So 1st down from the 41. We'll hear from the pistol. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, They played a huge role in that big old run.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Blue. A big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
He was taken down.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Makes the catch. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Complete to number 14. That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. We'll go with a design keeper. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Went after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing. Will Reichert to kick off.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Offense up to the line fast.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Wilson out of the pistol. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, New York.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Goes to the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
Here's Wilson
10
to the air.
at the 45-yard line.
Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And this one's worked out of the 33 before being stopped.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The LSU rookie with the pick. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. Into the red zone. He's going to bring this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Minnesota touchdown.
Yeah, I know you feel the same questions I do for people is, well, do you ever have a rooting interest in the game, or is it hard to not root for your home team or anything like that? No, the only thing we root for, to be honest, is a close game. And right now, with this kind of start, it doesn't feel like we're going to have one.
Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. There's the intensity we expected in playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Wilson now. is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Wilson looking to throw. That's incomplete left side. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you're going to be more interceptions.
And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this third down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Fix the Eagle. Fix the Eagle.
Plays, and he does not make it out of the end zone. Just couldn't find his way across. They contain him for the safety.
The tackle occurred in the end zone. Result of the play is a safety.
So after the safety, we're going to see a free kick from the 20-yard line. Am I seeing this correctly? This punt is being returned from inside his own end zone.
A gain on the play.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
A gain on the play.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead.
New York.
And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
He was brought
That
down
run may not have gotten you at first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Here's Mitchell again. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. Working quickly here.
It's now 3rd and less than
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Russ now from the gun. And he is stopped with authority there. But that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
A 28-yard gain.
We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. The Vikings have played to an early lead. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. 2nd quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. Mitchell on the carry. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Looking quickly here.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Wilson, a quick throw, complete. And this one only manages the yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Got it. 36 power. Preload. 19.
To the air on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
6-yard attempt.
The kick by Gano is good. And the lead is back down to 9.
Makes the score.
Okay, that field goal now makes it a 5-point swing on the safety. And you know what else has changed? You can just kind of feel it in the building. Momentum. It's on their side, even as they play from behind.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Motion.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
And 17 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And we put everything he's got behind it. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
The gear, it's blue. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. Panther 11.
Throwing from the gun. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Will Reichert, the kickoff forward.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. And this is Mitchell. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a one-score game in the 1st half.
Giants.
Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. McCarthy looking to throw. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. All set now. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Blue. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Now McCarthy. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. Still has some space inside the 35. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings push the lead up to 12. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
2nd down.
Russ setting to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Booker T. Front left, front left.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. The Giants are set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Pulled in at the 20. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Up the middle, Blue. And he's at the clear. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on to a well-placed hit like that one.
Ross out of the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Headed out right. Complete beyond the marker. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A gain of 14.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's a money down. And nice to see the boy the Giants will continue the series.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Man in motion, headed right. Ross is cooking again. Has a man on target to Johnson. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This only a chip shot from the right half. The kick by Gano is good. And they get a smidgen closer as it's down to 16.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Has this at the 6. return, Brock, as that takes us into the break. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Riker is the kickoff for the Vikings.
The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Chased out to his right. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. For big yards on the right side. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And Johnson once more. And into the end zone. Touchdown, New York.
To Theo Johnson.
The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust, and they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a 1-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. He gets the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense in the hurry up here. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Buying some time right. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A 3rd down run with Blue. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Blue. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Third and long for him here. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down. Will Reichard now to try the Vikings field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
My life experience has taught me these kickers are a lot like golfers. They know how to keep score. They know when they've hit their best shots. They know when they've hit their career longs, and he just got it done.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Mitchell off the pistol here. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 4.
14,
2nd and 6.
It's caught right side by Johnson. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
A gain of 9.
That's a pickup of 9. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Man in motion here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Pocket isn't going up. There it is. Drop it. It'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
Good job right there. Good job right there. 95.
Now Wilson on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Vikings are able to get the return down to the 40-yard line before they're stopped.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it.
Has room down the left sideline. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Went after try good by Reichard. And the Vikings push their lead to 18.
Vikings 41, Giants 23.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Mitchell. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Justin Simmons on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Russ now from the gun. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
To the air on 3rd and long. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
36 power.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. Look at that power, deep left side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Grant tapped it in to pick it off. And the Vikings see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Vikings football, and they know they are just 1 quarter away from advancing. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. By higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Handoff here to Mitchell. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Offense in a hurry up here. Here's Wilson to the air. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This is Cox. That's Slayton. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Wilson on the play fake. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. They'll send him over right. Wilson to throw again. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better. Gano for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants make it an 18-point game.
48. Giants 30. Graham Gano to kick off.
Gano ready to send this away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. They'll run this with Blue. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. McCarthy throwing here. Caught on the comeback route. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Blue. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Blue running to the right. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Let's go now. Mustang 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Bronco.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
McCarthy to throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He's going to bring this one back. It's a pick six and a Minnesota touchdown. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Wilson. Lobs this deep down the middle. And they pick him off again. And the Vikings have it with 99 yards to go. They're at the 1.
Kate, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Starting this drive with a design run. Well, I'm not seeing the signal for a safety, Brock, but he did not dodge it by much. That run just gets back to the line.
No gain on
That right there, my friends, is exactly the kind of pressure and intensity you expect from a defense. Each of these next two snaps as well. They want to keep you pinned right there against your own end zone and force you into a very risky punt.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings coasting to the finish line. First down run netted them nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Viking 18. Say, hey. Panther 11. Panther 11. Check go.
McCarthy from his own end zone. And he will find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Well, there's your answer, Brock. You were wondering if they dare risk a throw from their own 1. They did it, and it ended predictably with a safety.
I didn't have to say anything to you, did I, Kate? You can read my body language up here. Are they going to do it? You can take the risk? Is it going to be a 99-yard play in the record books? No, it's not. It's going to be a safety, and more than likely the next time, not going to make that call at their own way.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Flush down out to his left. There's a man on target to Johnson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
It's a gain of
That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
First down, New York.
He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Wilson now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. That's low and bounces short of his man.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And it's Johnson with another one. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down.
And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on second down. He's drawn up for it. Setting up for the kneel down on third. So they are indeed kings in the